in terms of interfering with our lives, AI is already totally interfering, but it's not a conscious AI. So I think, in this sense, I think the analogy is better to a lot of technology. Computers, and how many people here have a smartphone? Does anyone not have a smartphone? One person in the back. You're trying to make a point with your life, aren't you? So, like, let's be honest. Like, almost everyone here is old enough to remember the time before they had a smartphone, right? The way your mind works now is quite different, right? And some pretty profound and, dare I say, even personal ways that are very visible to you, but probably not very visible to people on the outside. It's a very much a life-altering thing that we can't even really live without. And not only that, like the crazy guy in the back there in the room, you're even doubtful if it's true. He's fasting from it for Lent. He'll be back. He'll eventually, if that's what you're thinking, right? That's how fun. That's what technology does. Is it starts out as something useful, but it usually ends up so altering the human experience that it becomes something that we can't really conceive of living without. And this has become kind of well known to philosophers of technology for quite some time. Like Heidegger wrote about this, and it does really reshape the world, technology, and particularly a lot of this computer stuff that we're around. And I'm telling you, AI is invading in places you just don't even know it's doing things, and it's reshaping things in ways that you don't even see, but it's there in a big way, to the point where it changes the nature of reality and it changes the nature of who we are. So is that good or bad? Well, so progress is a complicated thing. So I'm a Christian, and I do think there's this duality that we face, and I think at least some of the key themes in Scripture really, I think, do give a good framework for thinking about this. I think one of the things that Scripture really calls into question is the goodness of progress. Not to say that progress couldn't be good, but the progress as we get it actually might be far more fallen than we might expect. It could actually be far better than we do now. Like technology's power, we are called to wield power, but we do not wield power well. And we create worlds that could be far better than the worlds that we actually do create. I think that's like the grand narrative of Scripture, and I think that we see that over and over again. And I think for us to be good and not merely progressing, we have to think about what good progress can be.